Hi.
Hi.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
we got an exciting topic we just kind of wanted to both share today, right?
hmm I think every Asian child can relate to
Yeah,
the
but I mean, it's for everybody.
no, but it's universal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How like, so we realize like, oh my God, like our shadow throws these tests at us of like, oh, you want to experience love? You want to experience self-love? You want to experience being there for yourself? Of like, um, feeling capable with yourself, of knowing that you're a good person, or whatever it is that you want. Like, I am a good person, or I am capable, or yeah, I
Yeah.
success, or anything
Uh-huh.
that you desire,
I
right?
am worthy, lovable.
hmm The moment you say, I am that, and then the shadows that are not on board with that yet
hmm
will start testing you on it. Like you said,
hmm
you are that.
hmm
So I'm gonna really throw these tests at you to be um, like, are you really proving to me that you are? You said that
Yeah.
you are, but are you keeping your word? Are you really taking the actions?
Okay, so just to like give an example of what we can do in life is just thought, like in the grading system, of course, you want to be an A student.
hmm
And so say you work studying hard and you keep getting A's.
hmm
And that's the thing that gives you a sense of accomplishment, achievement, and your parents are proud of you. But
Yeah.
then what happens when you say you get D?
Yeah.
Okay. And then how do you relate to yourself with your D?
hmm
And I think that's the moment where so many of us can slip up, where it can turn into self-blame, self-flagellation, the sense of being a failure, a disappointment.
And
Yeah,
basically, that's the energy of not fully being there for yourself. It's like a
yeah.
way to lose yourself, to
So
separate
you turn
yourself.
against yourself, the
Yeah.
self that got a D.
Yeah.
You turn against the self
hmm
and see yourself as, there could be all kinds of things you're thinking, like, oh, why did I mess up? Am I actually really dumb? I feel like I can't trust myself. I thought I was an A student, but now this D taints my image of myself as this good student.
hmm hmm
And it can be so deflating to your self-esteem
Yep.
because especially when your self-esteem came from being identified as an A student, that's what got you all your praise
hmm
and approval from the external world,
Yeah.
your teachers and your parents. And
Yeah.
so I was relating this to, why do we have the self that turns against ourselves when we get the D? The
hmm
things that happen. And I was thinking about how in my upbringing, like say, yeah, with anything, if I even maybe tripped over and I fell down, like a very common way my mom would respond to me would be, why weren't you paying attention?
mm
Or like, why are you clumsy?
Yeah. Kind of like
And
you being your full self was a problem, or like you were at fault.
yeah,
Like
like being at
fully
fault
being,
for my
yeah,
misfortune.
yeah.
And so what that did was, well, it made me first then not want to tell her about anything bad that was happening with me because it was just like an added problem to my initial problem of like, I have a scraped knee, but now it hurts more knowing that I'm being blamed or like shamed for it.
Mhm.
And
And
then
then
I
as
have
a,
now her worry on top of it.
yes. And as a child, seeing the parent all worried and like, it's almost like, oh my God, that child would be like, I caused my mom because I scraped my knee. And somehow
Yeah.
she's making me feel like it was my fault. But now I
Yeah.
got her upset.
Yeah.
So it makes the child self feel like, like, I don't want to do that. I'm causing all of this
Yeah.
instability and this
Yeah.
unsafe like experience for me right now. And I don't like it. And I don't mean to do this, but I
Hmm.
create this by
Yeah.
just being me.
Uh-huh.
And
That's what it can feel
so
like when we don't have the support we need to address and care for the initial thing,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is the scraped knee and
Hmm.
maybe the shock or the surprise that that came
Hmm.
with.
Hmm. And it goes back to like, okay, it was basically like how it should have been resolved is like having like the adult being aware of the child's like self
Hmm.
and also the adult being aware of their own self
Hmm.
and allowing the self to still exist and to have a safe connection um instead of like it's tricky because like sometimes as adults we don't even realize we're doing that.
No, it's so subconscious.
Yeah, yeah, but
Hmm.
um like in order for it to not have happened in that way where it was that negative feeling state for the child is yeah like having that happen is like whoa, like do you see like become aware like when you get triggered towards a child or anyone like to like give off that energy of wait, why did you do that? Like it's because you're not being more careful, like be more careful
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
is a way to like yeah to say there's something wrong with yourself.
Hmm. So I think it's good to kind of recognize how you can still do that to your own self. Say, like when you have
Yeah,
so you're in life, you're always aspiring for the A, but what happens when you get a D?
yeah,
And actually, that's the moment where we're so conditioned to turn against ourselves.
yeah. And like you said, it's like that's the moment to be the real A student. To the real A student is like when you get the D, is knowing how to be there for the D when you do
Right.
the D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So how to be the A student as in like an emotionally intelligent
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
is when you get the D,
Mm-hmm.
you know how to caretake yourself in that situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And in a way where you're not blaming
Yeah.
yourself. There could be support, like
Yeah.
what was challenging for you?
Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
Yeah.
Do you need support of any kind? If so, what kind of support would you need?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like in a loving, supporting way instead of the energy of like, wait, what happened? Like,
Mhm.
like, what did you do wrong to get the D? You're
Mhm.
always on the streak of an A.
Yeah.
You're like, what's wrong with you? Why,
Yeah.
why did this happen? You should go back to the A.
Yeah.
It's usually,
So, right. So this is when we start to build our security only on with the conditional sense of like you have to get A's all the
to
time
feel
for your
secure and
security.
safe. Yeah.
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 But then when you get the D, it makes you insecure
Uh-huh.
because you're anticipating or expecting
Yeah.
this blame and judgment and push away.
Yeah.
So, but so what we're saying with like truly emotionally intelligent student, A student is one where you get the D
And
and
have create that stability and that safety.
stability with the D.
Yeah.
How can you feel
With
stable,
all points, like A, B,
safe
C, D,
with
wherever
the
you're
B,
at.
C, D, F?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And and so metaphorically what we're talking about of, okay, being that A streak and then falling into the D, right? It it like translates in the physical reality of like, okay, I'm on a streak of like peace in my life, and then something painful happens to you, which will
Mm-hmm.
feel like the D, then that place that you're so not used to is going to feel so insecure, unstable. You'll know what to do, and basically not know how to deal with it to create a safe, secure, stable
Mm-hmm.
energy when you're in that painful place too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then so it like, and if you don't know, it's like, oh my God, you're doing everything to scrounge your way back up to the A. How can I get back up to the A? Because that's the only
Yeah.
place I can find stability. That's the only place. Like
Right.
peace is the only place where I can find stability. Yeah.
The A is only the only place where I could find stability and
Yeah.
safety,
Yeah.
self-love.
Yeah. It's like if peace is the only way to find stability, then oh my God, I can never find stability in the pain. It's like, oh no, no, that's not true. Like in any points, you can
You can
find
find, yeah,
abundance, peace, sadness, pain with any emotion.
yeah,
But the thing is, the moment you tell yourself, I want to reclaim myself, I want to trust myself, I want to love myself or whatever it is, then that's when the journey begins where, oh, you said that and you want to commit to that. And then life throws you these experiences where it's like, well, you said you want to find yourself, like, or trust yourself. Here's an experience. Are you going to be there for yourself in this moment or not?
mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you a little bit of pain. Maybe your shadow will be like, I'm going to give you a pain in this physical experience, manifest this pain. Are you going to be there for yourself or are you going to
Mm-hmm.
run away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the test begins, like yourself ends up manifesting
Yeah,
these experiences to be like, hey, I'm giving you a test. You said you
yeah,
want to trust yourself. So in this moment, are you trusting yourself?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about yourself when this happens? How do you feel about yourself when this happens?
Yeah. Yeah.
How does your self-esteem feel when this happens?
Yeah. Are you
And
going to be
how
there for you?
available and present are you for yourself in challenging moments?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, where it feels like um you're the B student, C student, D student.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. Like, it could get so complicated. You can go in so many different directions, I feel like,
Yeah.
with this
Uh-huh.
topic of like, um, I guess what we're overall we're just trying to say is if you get so used to just the goodness of it, and when you hit pain, it's like, oh, I don't know what to do there. So not owning that and be like, no, I'm going to do whatever I can to just produce this good state and only this good state. And
Yeah.
anything that comes to me that feels like it's going to give me the drop, um, goodbye. You're not gonna,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be a part of my life because I need
Yeah.
to keep this good state going because that's the
Yeah.
only place where I know that I built for myself this secure, stable space.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The only place where I feel secure in my self-worth or
Yeah.
ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's all these different ways where we learn unconditional self-acceptance
Hmm.
and self-love.
But then the funny thing is, like, you know how, like, when you're in that good streak, I mean, we just keep exemplifying it as like this parallel, like the straight line. And then when
Yeah.
we dip into like, like when we were mentioning the grade, like B, C, D, F, it just like we
Yeah.
just naturally like dip low to represent the pain of this unwanted feeling state. But then the funny thing is, once you realize, oh, whichever point you're at, A, B, C, D, or F, right? That you create that stability wherever, right? In
Yeah.
whatever state, it is basically being in that secure, peaceful
Yeah.
state. Well,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Right.
that space that you've been
Well,
always wanting to be in.
right. And I would say that stability that was just limited to this, I
Yeah,
feel like when you're able to really be there for yourself in all the different grades, you're actually like expanding your capacity. So
yeah. It's that
your
same feeling state.
experiencing of life, yeah. Well, it's just
Yeah.
like it just like deepens and widens.
hmm And you do end up
Yeah.
manifesting your desire of, oh, I want that secure stability feeling state like forever. It's like, oh, you can. When you dip into
Yeah.
this, yeah,
You
you'll
can
find
have
you can find stability there. You can find security there.
uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, that's so relieving and comforting to know that you
hmm
don't have to um control
hmm
everything that happens or maintain something in order to have
Yeah.
stability.
Like I cannot have it that way or
Uh-huh.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. And we can apply this to so many things with,
Mhm.
uh, I don't know, like not having your peace be dependent on things being a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, actually, the practice is when you can cultivate that in whatever circumstance you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
um there was one more other thing I wanted to mention. Yeah. But yeah, this was a good one. Um, oh man, I had a good aha.
Hmm.
This, oh. So when you dip into these like points in life where it feels like, oh, I don't like to feel into this or I don't like it, in order to find stability there in a place that doesn't feel safe or secure, um, is to, yeah, like dive into that feeling state to
Hmm.
have an understanding of all of that. And it always, without like, it's a guarantee you'll find some sort of stability and security and understanding that shadow, that pain, that place that you don't want. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you feel like, no, I can't find it, I'm there and I can't find it,
Yeah.
it,
Like, there's nothing good about this.
yeah, then it's just feeling into that. Like, there's nothing good about this, and just allow yourself to just surrender. Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's nothing good about this could just be the resistance. Be like, don't go there. There's nothing there.
Yeah. Feel this.
hmm
Yeah. But
Yeah.
to truly, truly open yourself up to receive what's there inside that D.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Uh,
Oh, and then uh, the better and better you get at um realizing, oh, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, oh, like you can find that stability there. Like now you're feeling like, oh, it is painful or it is great, but I could still find my desired state in any of these places. Ends up later of like naturally creating this like confidence in yourself of your knowingness for you specifically, personally, of having no resistance to fully owning who you are and
Mm.
fully surrendering to yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah. And not allow,
Yeah.
and then getting better at um not allowing others to like break your boundaries or to
Mhm.
overrun it or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a different thing from trying to control and maintain something out of
Yeah.
fear of losing it
Yeah.
versus really letting yourself embrace what comes,
Hmm.
knowing that you have the capability and power within you to create stability with everything and
Yeah.
anything that comes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like that's the thing that's going to build your sense of more of yourself,
Yeah. Your
your
trust,
self-worth, your confidence.
self-love. Yeah.
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 Knowing that, like, oh, okay, with this attitude of, okay, this is here. I got this.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like, I want to welcome this because this is, again, an aspect of myself that is in a vulnerable place where when I give my energy and presence and love and care to that, like all of me wins. I create a win-win.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. And because you know what it feels like, you also want to create that with others.
Mhm,
Yeah. And some people will get on board in that moment, some people may not,
mhm,
you know. Yeah. But it's better to like let people see your authentic self
mhm,
and like and then creating the safety for others to be their authentic self. That respect there, it just like even if you disagree, the mutual respect is always there. Even if it turns into separation or connection,
mhm,
like it's not severed in a painful way.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. To not re-sever yourself in a painful way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, wow, I just really see it as how you keep, oh my, almost that sense of trying to like maintain the A student.
Uh-huh.
You could see it as well. There is a positivity to that, but
Hmm.
just it was applied the wrong place.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can have that sense of constant seeking to be close to yourself, seeking
Hmm.
to be constantly intimate with the part of yourself that's feeling insecure or
Yeah.
scared or afraid, and
Yeah.
build your relationship health and a plus relationship intending to that,
Yeah.
like no matter what, where you are,
Yeah.
you know, in the A or the F.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah. It is a
So I see
journey.
that. So I see there is a positivity to that. Like, oh, I need to maintain this.
Hmm. Hmm. Because you also learn from that state too.
Yeah, like there's
Yeah.
also value to that.
Yeah.
It's not wrong to
Yeah.
want that,
Yeah.
but let's apply it in a way that's actually going to be really loving to
Hmm.
all parts of yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I like that. I feel like that's
Yeah.
a good way to end.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels good too.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.